Hey, this is Dr. Jerry Bailey with Lakeside Holistic Health. This article that just came out the 20th of this month here, I just want to review it a little bit with you. It's the Bacteriome and Microbiome Interactions _ Microbial Dysbiosis in people with Crohn's disease. So our patients with Crohn's disease, this is a really fantastic article because it really documents what we've been talking about for the last 20 plus years. That there's issues with the bacteria itself, but there's also maybe issues with the microbiome itself, or a fungus or yeast within there. In this particular case, in this article, it looked at the Candida tropicalis variety of fungi within there. It showed that in Crohn's patients, the E. coli itself and the Serrata bacteria were elevated in those Crohn's patients. And then also with that itself, for the more severe cases, it noted that the Candida tropicalis was also elevated. So what was nice about that is it showed that not only do we see bacteria being the issues in patients, but we're also seeing these yeasts having issues in patients too. So we're kind of breaking that down now into three categories that we're seeing that kind of make up that whole bacteriome that's going on with patients. We have the microbiome. We have the bacteriome, which is bacteria specifically. We have the microbiome, which is those yeast and fungus. And then we also have the virobiome, which is viral. So you can have infections within that GI tract from bacteria, from yeast and fungus, and also from the viruses themselves that can create inflammation, cause that damage to that Crohn's or ulcerative colitis issues within the GI tract there too. This article is really good because it really showed that where finally science is catching up to what we talked about being an issue for patients is not just bacteria, but yeast and fungus, and then also viruses too. I'm sure there's going to be some coming out relatively soon that are looking at parasitic reactions there also. What's interesting is this article showed some newer tests, or relatively newer tests that can be run, and it really showed that to kind of differentiate between a Crohn's or irritable bowel, if we wanted to run these tests, it was the anti-Saccharomyces cerevisiae antibody test. And so this one, we kind of looked at it running it, but it's kind of pricey. So it's a marker to say, if you have this marker, you definitely have Crohn's disease. But we don't have to run that because what we're going to do is just help eliminate those bacteria, yeast, and fungi, along with any viruses or parasites that could be going on there with the herbal stuff that we use. And so then help rebuild that flora, help rebuild that GI tract itself, the cell walls, get them healthy, get you functioning, get you living again. But it was really good that finally the science is catching up to what we've talked about for the last 20 plus years in GI issues and systemic inflammation and autoimmune, that it's going to be bacteria, the bacteriome, it's going to be microbiome, which is that yeast or fungi within there, so Candida overgrowth in this particular, Candida tropicalis, but also virobiome. So we're looking at those three in particular, showing issues in patients, and we can help get you better if you have that going on. So give us a call, let us help you if you got it. Pass it on to a friend if you need to. If you know somebody suffering from Crohn's or irritable bowel syndrome, pass our name to them. We'll be more than glad to help them. Thank you very much. Have a great day.